Mr. Daniel Walker was a well-known businessman in Accra. He built his company, Walker Holdings, from scratch and was now one of the richest men in the city. He had 3 children, Andrew, Tasha, and Brian. Andrew was the eldest, Brian the youngest, and Tasha was the only girl. People admired the family and thought they had everything together. But behind closed doors, things were not perfect. Andrew, the first son, was spoiled and always got what he wanted. He worked in the family business but often misused his power. One day, he started developing feelings for his sister, Tasha. Instead of pushing the thoughts away, he let them grow. Andrew started acting strangely around Tasha. He would call her into his office for no reason and stare at her uncomfortably. Tasha noticed the change and felt uneasy, but she did not want to cause trouble. She tried to avoid him, but it became harder every day. She thought about telling her father but didn't know how to say it. One evening, Andrew tricked Tasha into coming to his apartment, saying he was sick and needed her help. When she got there, she found him alone. Before she could leave, he forced himself on her. Tasha screamed and begged him to stop, but he didn't listen. When it was over, he pushed her away and told her to leave. Tasha went home in tears and told Brian what had happened. Brian was angry and heartbroken. He wanted to tell their father, but he feared Andrew would lie and twist the story. So Brian kept quiet, but inside, he burned with rage. He waited and watched. Mr. Walker noticed something was wrong but never asked too many questions. He had always been too soft on Andrew and thought his children could solve their problems on their own. Meanwhile, Brian stopped speaking to Andrew but acted normal. He began planning how to make Andrew pay for what he had done. 2 years passed. One day, Brian invited all the workers to a company retreat at a beach resort. Andrew came too, not knowing what Brian had planned. That night, while the others were celebrating, Brian quietly led Andrew away and confronted him. A fight broke out, and in the struggle, Brian stabbed Andrew. News spread quickly. Mr. Walker was devastated. He lost 2 sons, Andrew was dead, and Brian was arrested. Tasha had moved out earlier and was living quietly, still healing from her pain. The company suffered, and Mr. Walker began to regret not acting when he had the chance. He visited Brian in prison and finally heard the full story. He cried for the daughter he didn't protect, the son he let grow wild, and the one who took justice into his own hands. Mr. Walker stepped down from the company and started a foundation to help abuse survivors. It was his way of trying to make peace with what had happened. Tasha slowly found strength again. She started working with her father's foundation, helping girls who had been hurt like her. Though the past could not be changed, she chose to heal and help others heal. The Walker family was never the same, but from pain came a new beginning.